Hey everybody, what's up? I recently received an email asking about some college questions, and they were asking how do you evaluate the support programs for executive function and ADHD at a university when you're looking at universities. And I created a vlog on that. You can look at my channel to find that vlog. But I received a lot of inquiries after that asking, well, how do you know if somebody's ready to go to college? So that's what I'm going to address today. What is up, everybody? My name is Seth with SethPerler.com and TFOS, the Executive Function Online Summit, which is August 5th, 6th, and 7th this year in 2022. We're right about to start up. Super excited about that, but this video is for parents, obviously, and a lot of teachers, therapists, you might like this one, and there might be some students who are asking this question as well. So I'm speaking to all of you in this video, and I have some notes to go over to help you figure this out. So first of all, the question that we're looking at is this: how do you know if a student is ready for college? Or if gap years or a gap year is a better option at this point. However the gap year looks like, not going to college is a better option. How do you know if they're ready? And get ready to take notes if you like to take notes, because I have some really good breakdowns for you. I have 7 big topics that I'll cover here to give you a really good idea, and hopefully this will be helpful for you. And before I even start, I want to mention, so I've been recording the TIFO Summit, the Executive Function Summit, and I have 30 experts that talk about all different types of things. But one of the recurring themes that's so important in this discussion about college is this: is it came up over and over and over this year that about the parent, how important it is for parents to do their own deep inner work and to let go of ideas that may not serve you. For example, you may have believed your whole life that college is the best thing for your child. And is that really true? Is that idea serving you? And really thinking about over-parenting getting in the way. If you're familiar with Julie Lythcott-Haims and her work, she really talks very eloquently and brilliantly about over-parenting. But these are some things to really think about. These are some themes that came up in TIFOS a lot this year. So this college question, this is a tough question. Here are some thoughts. Number 1 out of 7 is, if you're asking the question, then the child probably isn't. Now, of course, that is not a concrete answer, but that's something that we could think of it that way. Well, if we're really asking that question, is our gut feeling that they're not ready? Now, sometimes they may not look ready and they may really step up to the plate. I think that has everything to do, personally, I think that has everything to do with buy-in and ownership. How much buy-in and ownership does the student have with college? Like, is there real buy-in, real ownership? They really want to go for them, not for their friends, not for their parents, not for culture and society and messages they have for them. So if you're asking that question, they're probably not ready. Again, that's not a concrete thing, but that's where I'm starting with number 1. Number two, I want to suggest having some heart-to-hearts, a lot of heart-to-heart conversations, and asking. And when I say heart-to-heart conversation, another theme that came up a lot on TIFOS this year, but is the, you, the parent, doing 90% of the listening, 90% of the listening and 10% of the talking. Really, these heart-to-hearts are really open-ended, really curious, really non-judgmental, really listening, really interested in their thoughts. And you might ask them, how do you know you're ready? And really listen and be really collaborative. How can I be helpful? And if they say, oh, well, I'm going to do this and this, you can say, cool, how are you going to approach that? Like, ask them those questions. If in your mind you're saying, yeah, they don't show a lot of evidence of being able to do that, say, well, cool, how are you going to approach that? And really listen. And things like, what's that like for you? And why are you going to college anyway? Why is this important to you? What are your other options? So just having real good heart-to-hearts beforehand. Next, number 3, I'm going to describe some very common patterns. When I work with students, college students, almost all of the college students that I work with are either second-year freshmen or sophomores. Why is that? Because when I work with kids with executive function struggles, if they're second year freshmen, that means they failed their first year, which is what I did. I failed out of college my first year, went back to college, failed out again. So what's happening with them? So I work with a lot of these, like I said, 7th-year freshmen or sophomores that barely made it. They kind of skated by and they're like, this is really hard. I'm really not ready for this. So here are 5 very common problems I see with the college students that come to me. 1, they say things like, I want to be in college because I want to be with my friends. So, and I want to graduate on time. Those 2 comments often seem to go hand in hand. So there's this idea of graduating on time and they want to be with their friends. And that it doesn't matter how much they want to be with their friends or graduate on time. That doesn't mean that they have the executive function skills to navigate. But that's something that they'll often say and really latch onto. Number 2, I see a common problem that they often take too many classes. They aren't prepared for the workload, and they take 5 classes, a big class load, and oftentimes they have 3 or 4 really demanding classes within that. I always recommend starting as simply as possible until they really get the habits they need in place. So, number 3. They don't see their professors, etc., their TAs, their tutors, the writing center. They don't take advantage of office hours and things that or if they do, it's too late. It's late in the semester. They're not proactive about it. Number 4, they don't understand how to manage when you don't have a schedule. Because in college, there's no schedule. They have to make their own. The schedule is completely different. It's not imposed on them, just the classes, but not study times or anything else. So they end up procrastinating a lot. They have a very unrealistic idea of the time that's actually needed to study on a scholarly level, the time and energy and focus. So the procrastination here, they can't get away with the last minute stuff. So not really blocking out times for like real big blocks for study. And then number 5, a common pattern that I see is just trust me. Just trust me, parents. I've got this. This overconfidence that they really believe that they can handle it. They really think they can. And just get off my back. Just stop bugging me. I've got this. So that's number 5. Those are very common patterns. Now, the next thing I want to discuss today, thing number 4, is the idea that if you're trying to determine, are you ready for college, or is a student ready for college, the proof is in the pudding. So you can contemplate that. So does this person have realistic self-efficacy? So self-efficacy is about there's a lot of research on this, but it's about our belief. And it's very important to have self-efficacy, to not have limiting beliefs and believe that we can do something. But is it realistic? Again, as I mentioned before, is this sort of overconfidence, or is there a realistic self-efficacy in a good way, a really good mindset? I can handle this. I can figure it out. So do they currently have that? The proof is in the pudding is what this one's all about. Do they currently have that? Next in the proof is in the pudding is, do they independently use executive function? Is the parent the executive function for them, always bugging them, reminding them, helping them figure out how to do things, like really taking the reins and doing a lot of the overparenting stuff? Are they independently using their executive function skills and building them? Or do they have to be reminded of everything? Next, are they independently and reliably using planners, calendars, agendas, daily plans, or what have you? Even during summer, like, do they just kind of wing it and do whatever, or do they actually have some semblance of working on developing planning skills? They're going to need it. Next, are they generally on time and reliable when they say they're going to do something? If you're looking at, the proof is in the pudding. If you're looking at if they're ready, if they're in general, they're a senior in high school and they're in general on time and reliable when they say they're going to do something, that's a very good sign. Do they independently put effort into organization and decluttering? getting rid of stuff they don't need, digital or physical, and put effort into creating organizational systems. They don't have to be perfect at all, but do they put effort into it independently? And next is, do they ask for help confidently? It doesn't have to be totally but do they know, hey, I need help, I'm going to go ask for it? Do they go into their high school teacher office hours, say, hey, I need a tutor or help with this? Do they ask for help? This is one of the most important things on this list when it comes to the proof is in the pudding. Are you seeing them independently ask for help when they need it? And next is accountability. Do they independently seek out things to help trick themselves into being accountable, ways to help them stay accountable? Do they independently do that? They are going to need that. So now, next, number 5, big topic today, is to have the heart to heart about what if it doesn't work out? What's your plan? And really listen, and then share your boundaries, or what you're willing to do in that case. And not the next one, number 6, is to remember that they are their own person. We're taking this infant, this baby, right, this newborn, and we're helping to raise a child so that they can become an independent or interdependent adult human being with a great life. That's what we want them to have, right? So they're their own person at this point. This is their journey. And the one of the best things we can do is have this collaborative partnership relationship, not the top-down over-parenting type of relationship. So getting to that point, and I know it's very challenging just because I've worked with so many families, but at this sort of empty nesting transition time, that can be really hard. Anyhow, those are my thoughts for you. I hope that's helpful to you. If you like what I'm doing, again, my name is Seth with SethPerler.com. Please share my website or this video with some people, and give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below. Did I leave anything out? If you are trying to think about if somebody's really ready for college or is a gap year better, what are some of your thoughts? Go ahead and add them in the comments below. And again, TIFOS, the Executive Function Online Summit's coming up. It is amazing. It's free. Go check it out at executivefunctionsummit.com. And I want to wish you peace of mind, joy, and most of all, connection with your child or your friends or the people that you care about. Be well. Take care.